Hello and welcome back to Casey Urban Farm. For those of you that are new here, my name is Christina. Today I'm going to talk about a slightly different topic. It's not necessarily farm or garden related, but it is self-sufficient living related, if that makes sense. So, as some of you may know, I am a midwife. And this week, one of my ladies had her baby. So I have in the cooler here behind me her placenta, and I'm going to show how I process it and get it ready for her consumption so that she can have an easier postpartum period. I know, not probably something a lot of people want to see. So I'm going to do this disclaimer right here. You'll be seeing what some might consider some gross stuff, but I find pretty darn cool. But what a wonderful thing to help this new mom by processing her placenta for her sweet little baby boy that was born just before Christmas. This baby was born yesterday, and it's a little boy. Okay, so I have my bag to put my disposables in. So I'm going to take some pictures. I have the placenta in a bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh it in the bowl and then remove it from the bowl and weigh the bowl and get the basic weight of it. Okay, so we're looking at 2 pounds, 3.4 ounces in bowl. Minus 3.2 ounces. Okay. So there's no anomalies or abnormalities with this cord, and it's kind of hard to see because it keeps bleeding. So this part that keeps bleeding, that is the artery, and above it are the 2 veins. So sometimes you will see where you just have 1 vein and 1 artery, and that's called a 2-vessel cord, but this has all 3 vessels. And this is a good chunky cord. Placenta is basically like 2 pieces. You have your maternal side and you have your fetal side. Now the maternal side is the side that looks like, it looks like raw meat or chopped liver or whatever. It, it's very organic. It's very raw. It's, it's not very pretty. That's the part that was actually attached to the uterus. This detaches from the uterus and comes out. And as it comes out, it folds in on itself. So this is actually the part, let me see if I can fold her membranes up. So this is the part where the baby was. So the cord's in there, here's the membranes that formed the sac that was around the baby. And this part, which is what we call the tree of life, actually it's all the tree of life, but this is the pretty part. You can see all the veins. It has this beautiful membrane. They're just really, really pretty. But so this is the fetal side where the cord is and the membranes formed around it. And this is the maternal side. And so after a lady has a baby, you examine this to make sure that all of the pieces came out, that you don't see anything major. See, this is just splitting, but there's no there's no major lobes or pieces that got left behind. You can tell a lot about the health of a pregnancy by examining the placenta. So, just a little bit of fun fact. So now, what I'm going to do is get my paper out, and I'm going to wash this off a little bit, but save some of the blood clots in the bowl so that I can control how I make the print. Make sure I've got some blood clots in there to save. I actually do see a little bit of tearing from where it detached, but yeah, nothing too major. Okay. I don't usually use a lot of disposables any other time, but when I am processing, I do. So there's that membrane and that maternal side. And anyone that's had a baby and they've heard the term trailing membranes, this is what they're talking about, because as their placenta is coming out, these can trail behind. Okay, so before I get it set up to do the print, I'm going to cut off the membranes to make it easier for me to make the print. This sack is pretty, it's tearing pretty easily anyways, so I'm just going to get them out of here so that it's not interfering. And then as I go to clean this, it just makes it easier for me. Okay, now I move it over here. Okay, now I have a few different options. I usually use paper, but as you can see, it's bigger than what my paper size is. So because baby Waylon was born this week for Christmas, I am taking the back of some wrapping paper and I'm going to make the placenta print that way. Alright, now remember what I said about that blood clot? What I do is I gather up some of these blood clots and I rub it on here to get, you know, highlight all of this, emphasize it, so that I can get a Tree of Life print on it. So what I want to do is get all of these really pretty veins on there. So I'm taking that end of my paper and I am then, I'm going to do a couple of them to see what works best. placenta print number 1. I don't put paint on my placentas unless they are not being consumed. Now remember, this isn't quite big enough for like doing the cord and all that, but we'll see. Placenta print number 3. Candle out of the way. And oh, see, now it's starting to stick. And placenta print number 4. So that was number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know some of you may not appreciate this or find the beauty in it, but look at this. That is where a baby was housed. Is that not pretty? Look at the size of those veins. That is beautiful. My house smells so maternal right now, and some people might find that an offensive smell, but for me it's I actually don't mind it. Okay, so the next step that I do is I cut the cord off. So you just cut it right here. There might be a little bit of bleeding. And then this cord is about 11 inches long. So usually I wrap the ends and I form it in a heart, and I'm going to have enough room. So let me get my dehydrator tray over here. Make a pretty little knot, a heart. All right. And then I set that aside. Okay, so I've cut the membranes off. I've cut the cord off. Transfer it to my cutting board. Get this all cleaned up. Set aside. This cutting board set aside. This is a glass or ceramic cutting board, and it's specifically for this purpose. So now, this is what we have. So, fetal, maternal. So now you can see how this, you know, where it's ripped. So, it was starting to separate it. Now sometimes I use scissors, sometimes I use a knife. And these utensils, the knife, the cutting board, all of this is specifically for doing placentas. I don't use it on anything else, and they are thoroughly sterilized between clients. And that's where the cord has been. And then I just turn it and I cut it into chunks. And then I get them set out on the dehydrator. trays. And so what you end up with is just a chunk like this, and some of them are a little bit bigger, a little bit thinner. We just put them on a dehydrator tray. Okay, so I've been done so you can see me. I've got my dehydrator out, and I'm just going to start. You can see I already put the cord in there. So now I'm just going to start loading these up on the tray, or the trays. And smaller pieces do dehydrate better, and they also grind better. Going by the size of this one and the amount of airspace I wanted, I had figured that 3 trays would do it, and I think I am right. Now, some of you may be wondering, how can you do this when you eat a mostly vegetarian diet? And you know what? I'm not really sure. It just doesn't bother me. This, to me, does not make me think of eating an animal. Something did not die to provide this. And so there is a different thought process. And also, I'm not eating it. Somebody else is eating it, and it's their own placenta that was made between them and their baby. And so it doesn't bother me at all. It's to me it just seems perfectly normal. So, okay, now comes the fun part of, I've got Comet in the sink, I've bleached the countertops, the dehydrator's plugged in, equipment's put back in its box, and it is 9:52. So I'm gonna get the sink cleaned up, and then I am gonna go get my Santa stuff ready. Now, my youngest is going to be 17 in February, Groundhog's Day. So clearly we don't have to do Santa, but I enjoy doing Santa. So I told them it was going to be, and it's a really mild, like, it's going to be a really small Christmas this year. You know, money's tight. We don't get to go visit family. You know, there's all different kinds of things going on. But I told everyone that I was not doing stockings, but I am in fact doing stockings. So I was not able to get shelled nuts. I didn't think ahead and order them, and I could not find them at any of my local stores. But I went to Natural Grocers and I got the vegan beef jerky that we like, and the salted taffy, like chocolate taffy, and the mushroom coffee mixes. And then I got some oranges, because you gotta have oranges down in the, you know, you gotta have oranges down in the foot of the stocking. And then I got some Walmart candy. You know, you gotta have a marshmallow Santa, and you know, just all those fun things. So I'm gonna finish cleaning the sink up. I'm gonna go do stockings. That placenta is gonna take a full 24 hours to dehydrate. I do it slowly on a lower heat, and so in 24 hours it will be ready for grinding, and I will do a second video showing that process too. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's gonna make me cry. I cannot believe it is here already. Christmas, like that. Numa, sweetheart. She is so curious and wants to get into everything. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone is safe and happy, and, you know, even if you're not in person with your loved ones, I hope that you get to talk to them on the phone or do a Zoom call, as we're going to do. And as always, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so when I do get another video out, you will get notified immediately. Now, real quick, some of you may have noticed I failed miserably at doing Vlogmas. I probably bit off more than I could chew and was not ready for that. You know, I work out of the home. I had a lady that was due. It's Christmas time. You know, we're doing a remodel, which is something that I have not really discussed yet in a video. I mean, we've got a lot going on. So I did not do so well with the Vlogmas. And I lost a lot of subscribers. And I don't know if it's because of that or because there was a change in my content by doing vlogs rather than more survival or farming videos. Hello, sweet girl. So I thought long and hard about it, and I think I have a schedule in place. And so as soon as I really can put that in concrete, you know, I can do it every single week, I will announce that. But in the meantime, stick with me. I promise there's more good stuff to come. So again, one more time, like this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, you know, hit that notification bell, comment, tell me what you guys want to see, and have a very, very, very Merry Christmas from my family to yours. I love you all. Bye.